broke it to my wife that I'm stopping at the shop. It was in the FaceTime with Miles. All right, new trip, new week, and it is freezing out. It's like 10 degrees, or it was 10 degrees in Urbandale. I started the trip off forgetting to look and see if I had my PC enabled so that I could go up to my normal location to go on duty and save an extra hour within my trip. Still makes a complete loop, yada, yada, yada. It works. But so last night, I end up driving for an hour on drive opposed to on PC to where I would have left probably about 3:30 or 4 o'clock. I'm in Brooklyn, just finished fueling up, and I would have been here at 6 o'clock. It's 9:30 right now. I'm a little behind schedule. We're going to Colorado Springs this week, and unfortunately, I am not going to get as far as I should today after loading, because I'm going to go back to the shop that replaced or rebuilt the fan clutch to have them look at why it's still squeaking. Nothing like what it was. But after I left, maybe I put this in last week's video, after I left, I got to Middlebury to pick up that inline fuse or circuit breaker, and it was squealing like an actual squeak or squeal at different tunes or pitches based off of where I was idling. So I had a video that I sent him at normal idle and high idle, and I just said, hey, please advise. He had just asked, when could you get back in? This was 2 weeks ago, and it comes and goes. So it was squeaking pretty bad when I started the truck up yesterday to move it forward and just get it ready to take on this week's trip. This morning, not so much at all. In Brooklyn, a little bit, you can hear it. But yeah, so I hope that does not take forever. My wife will probably murder me. I haven't told her that I'm stopping there. Hopefully it's just oh, hey, it's something simple and here you go. You're on your way, you're good. But who knows? We'll find out. Let's continue on. Gives it to you on the bottom one. Alright, it's been a while since I've taken 80 east. Normally, I'm going on 94 because I'm going to Goshen. Going to White Pigeon. I've been there maybe once or twice, and that yard sucks. Also, check it out, bruh. Between this, the CB, and doing a reset, I think I'm officially a trucker. Maybe even a super trucker. We're gonna go pick up, and then we're heading back to the freaking shop. They open at 7 a.m. tomorrow. We'll be there bright and early. Okay, so we made it to I think it's a marathon, actually. I thought it was a Gallop, but a truck stop that is 0.9 miles away from the shop. We'll be right over there, probably about 6:45, 6:50-ish. I'm not really trying to mess around, so we're gonna be ready to rock and roll when they open at 7. And what I'm gonna do right now, I may try to record it, but from all the videos that I was watching on why you would potentially have a squeaky belt, multiple people had mentioned, hey, there's one trick to know if it's a belt issue, which ours isn't because it's a brand new belt, but if the belt was going bad, or if it's a misalignment of a pulley or potentially the tensioner. What you do is you pour water on the ribbed side of the belt, and if it goes away, then it's a belt or misalignment issue. Again, that's just what several people have shown, demonstrated online on YouTube. One had talked about pouring water or spraying water at each pulley, and you could potentially get lucky and find out which pulley specifically is the one that's the issue by doing that. In his video, he wasn't able to do that. It just stopped every time he sprayed it at every pulley. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. It is blinded by that freaking light. 8 o'clock. The annoying thing is I have 3 and some change hours left to drive. I could make some amazing time with that 3 hours. But yeah, it is what it is. I did the math. From LaPorte, I can get to Grand Island tomorrow. And then I believe from Grand Island, I can get to Colorado Springs. So I can still drop on Friday. Knock on wood, there's no major issues, or they're not backed up, or this or that, or whatever, and I don't get out of there until the afternoon. But if I can get out of there by noon, I can fudge things around. There's still a little leeway with an ELD if you know how to legally maneuver, and still make it to be able to drop on Friday, and that's the goal. I broke it to my wife that I'm stopping at the shop. It was in the FaceTime with Miles, so I don't know if she's had a chance to really process it, but we'll talk probably in 10-15 minutes or so. But yeah, so that's it. Here we go. Maybe you'll see me try to do the little water trick. I didn't hear a squeaking to begin with on that. Oh wait, maybe it's squeaking in the morning. We'll try then. I'll let you tag along, all right? But other than that, I'm gonna eat and go to sleep. Okay, so we're back at the Gallop. It is a Gallop. It's also a marathon. Okay, so I wasn't wrong last time. It's not squeaking. Not even a little bit. So they're like, well, I don't really know what to tell you right now. The main mechanic and I were talking, and he had mentioned, you know, if it does happen again, which I'm sure it will, turn the heat off and see if that eliminates it, to see if it's your AC compressor. And he's like, and if that's it, then, you know, you can change that out anywhere. The shop manager, great facade in the sense of, you know, like, polite, nice, yada yada, but again, it's just kind of a little short-tempered maybe, or snippy. Dude, I don't want to be in your fucking shop. I want to be on the road. I'm 3 hours behind yesterday. I would have already left at like fucking 4 a.m. this morning. You don't hear me like a fool. It's just, you know, I bring something up. It's, oh, well, you know, whatever. Okay, so that's it. We're gonna hit the road. Again, we are about 3 hours worth of driving behind schedule, and then a few hours behind on when we would have actually left this morning. It should all work out to where we're still able to drop in Colorado Springs. Stay tuned to see if that's the case, but I'm certain it is, and I'm certain that I won't allow it not to be at any expense. So, yeah. And for further clarification, what I meant by the shop manager being snippy or whatever, I had mentioned when I got there, you know, it's not squeaking right now, and he was like, oh, like kind of like a, well, what's the point then? But then I was like, but if you listen to those videos I sent you when I was between here and Middlebury, you know, that's the sound. He's like, oh, well, there's too much background noise and you couldn't hear it, and I'll play one of those videos right here. Ultimately, I don't even know if you fucking listened to it or cared. I was like, oh, whatever. Anyways, that's the end.
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
the most bizarre thing. I mean, the weather conditions kind of bad. Roads seem fine. I'm only going about 47, 50 miles an hour. But literally nobody is on the westbound lanes. I see headlights in the far distance. It's a semi. And there was a car when I initially got on, but that's it. Plenty of traffic heading east. Nothing on the westbound. That's weird. Let me drive. We found the traffic. So I'm fueling up before I get to Brooklyn. I'm just under a quarter of a tank, and with it being so cold, I don't want to take any chances. I'm in Davenport at a Flying J's. I've been waiting on this truck for over 20 minutes now. He fuels up his reefer, finally, and then he walks, kind of looks back, walks, jogs into the fucking truck stop when there's no truck ahead of him where he could pull forward. Wow, the stupidity of some people. So we wait.
A few moments later.
As he comes back with a sandwich in his hand, I'm dumping some garbage. And I'm like, pull up next time. He's like, oh, damn. How ironic. And he's pulled up. Wow. So, Grand Island's furthest we got. You know, I bought this maybe 6 to 9 months ago, like quite a while ago. Used it a few times. And as I was at Walmart tonight before I came to Bosselman's, I was like, yeah, you know what? I want to try something different. So I bought...
Oh, shit, I got a show truck with blue lights.
So I bought some of these, and I figured I'd try it out in there. I had a friend that drives a truck.
Right.
Guys, come on now. Locally, in our area, and he had talked about having one of those, and they work really well. And just from Walmart to over here, I fueled up. You know, it's steaming, it's hot, it's ready to go. So we're going to eat, get some sleep, shower early in the morning, and then make it to Colorado Springs. Just a random thing that I do. Maybe it's a tip for somebody. When the weather's getting bad, or it's starting to rain, snow mix, and it's colder out, the first thing I'll do is I'll swipe over to the home screen or whatever on my iPhone, and I have the wind compass as a little widget or whatever there. So it'll tell me the temp. So then I just know, you know, hey, is it freezing out or not? And then, you know, obviously sun plays a role in that. So if it's below freezing but the sun's out and it's middle of the day, things aren't going to freeze. But then what I'll end up doing, just to know, you know, hey, how should I be driving, is as cars pass me, since I drive slow, I just look to see, you know, if they're throwing up a trail of water or, you know, whatever, or is it in fact freezing to the highway or to the interstate, and it should probably be a good time to get off the road because nothing's throwing up under their tires. Just a random thought as it was, you know, starting to spit some snow out, rain a little bit, but that's gone now. They said it's supposed to snow. It's actually nice out here on this little Highway 71, as you can see. The guy at The dealership said it's supposed to snow at some point in Colorado Springs. I haven't looked up when. I think I'll be gone by then, so who knows. Here we go. We're almost ready to drop. Part of this setup is, this is some easement or something where there's always supposed to be access, if I remember right. But yeah, I'm gonna park it right here. Looks like my battery came loose. Holy shit. Oh shit, how does that happen? We made it though. Okay, so unloaded the one, and then unloading the hauling one really just parallel to their building. They seem pretty backed up as well in terms of just campers everywhere, which is a great thing. So we're gonna get this one unloaded, and hopefully it'll be a short check-in process. New lady to me, younger lady, and I think she said she had one or two that she was checking in ahead of me, so finishing one up as I was walking in to just get permission to unload the second unit. Anyways, here we go, let's unload. Okay, so we made it back home and worked out when I dropped the truck off, ran to the store. Miles wants some pancakes, then we're gonna do a slumber party movie. He's gonna sleep in our bed with us. Isn't normal, but we had just said maybe 2 weeks ago, you know, hey, maybe we can do a slumber party sometime. So we're gonna do that. That concludes a successful, no real issue type of a trip. So, all right. All right, well, that is what I just woke up to, is some knocking on my window.